What's the difference between choosing to be, and be is in capital letters, willful or willing in every moment of my day? I think when you say willful, well, first of all, I like that you capitalize B-E, because it really is about being, right? And not as much about doing. Yes, we always want to take inspired action. So it doesn't mean that we're just sitting around doing nothing. But when you're being, then I think that you're really in that willful place. Now, it's a play on words, and I don't actually think there's a huge difference. But when you say willful, I think that that's more of an intentional word that comes to mind, that you have an intention for something. And when you're willing, it says, I have an intention and I'm willing to take action on it. I'm actually willing to do this. And so I think that those two words actually go in balance really nicely together. And if you stay focused on what is my intention for today, and sometimes the way that I find that makes this easier is if I get a little bit out of the to-do list. Like, yes, I'm a big to-do list person. It helps me a lot. It helps me stay organized. I'm also a Gemini, so I like to have a million things happening all at the same time. So do the to-do list so that you know what your priorities are, but then also really just feel into that inspired action place. And what's really calling my soul here? What is really driving me to take on these activities? What is my deeper why on them? And I think the other thing that I've shifted is, instead of what do I want to get done as sort of my intention for the day, it's what are the three, it doesn't have to be three, but I like to use three words, three emotions that I want to feel at the end of the day. And sometimes it's simple, like I just want to feel love throughout the day, or I want to feel accomplished, or I want to feel seen. So what is it that you want to feel at the end of the day? And I think that's going to start driving how you will be and your willingness to participate in your willful endeavors. And I think that that's a way that you'll really balance that out, is to understand the emotion. And then as you know what emotion you want to feel throughout the day, really put yourself in situations that are going to accentuate that, as opposed to make you feel the opposite of those things. And sometimes we have to step into the things that make us feel the opposite of what we want, but we still have the attitude of which we embark on that endeavor, and on how we reflect on that endeavor, right? Sometimes we have to do things we don't like. If we just focus on the negative aspect of, oh, I had to do that, and we just tell everyone all day long about what we had to do that we didn't want to do, then we bring an energy to it. And when we can laugh about it, that's especially helpful, about things that we don't want to do. And when we can talk about all the beauty that came out of the things that we didn't want to do, or beautiful reflections, that's where I think we're really going to shift that energy inside and move along our day feeling a lot better about even the tasks that we don't really like to do. It's a great segue into the Awaken Inner Wisdom community. I would love for you to apply. It's a place where like-minded souls can come and get into deeper discussions. So on this show, we talk about lots of topics that all relate to relationships and helping us shift and unravel our minds. And so there's great discussion that happens here in a Q&A format. But in the Awaken Inner Wisdom membership, you'll actually be with me in a closed private Zoom group. And each week we have a really in-depth discussion about a topic, and then an open forum where people can comment and go deeper. And it's created specifically for people like you who are looking for their tribe, who are looking for those higher conscious conversations. And look, I know we all have tons of friends and people in our lives, but a lot of times those friends aren't on the same spiritual ascension journey that we are. We can only go so far with them on certain topics, and then it's like, yeah, okay, we kind of capped out. But you desire to have deeper, richer discussions in a place where you can take things that you really want insights on, or you really want to anchor in a different way. And so the Awaken Inner Wisdom membership is a beautiful place to do that. There is an application process, so please go to bethbell.me and you'll see where to apply there. I'd love to hear from you. And there's lots of other resources on bethbell.me. There's the Awakening and Healing Handbook, the Herpes Handbook, the Psychedelics Resource Guide. Lots of other things on there. There's the flower gazing module. So if you're someone who's having a hard time with meditation or just quieting the mind, I talk about how I was really able to leverage the flowers into meditation. Actually, the universe really guided me into photographing flowers and observing them and really leveraging that as a way to quiet my mind. So there's lots of resources over there. I can't wait to hear from you. As always, if you have a question and you're watching this on replay, submit the questions to bethbell.me/question, or you can put them here in the comments on my YouTube channel. So I look forward to seeing you again next week. In the meantime, please like and subscribe and hit the bell so you know when the next live is, 11:11 on every Sunday. All right, wishing you only bliss and love until next week. Namaste.